Yo, what up? My name's Steph. I'm from the band Deftones. I'm gonna go over my rig today with you, and we'll check them all out. See what you think. All right, so here we go with my rack. This is where most of my signal is coming from right here. Core of my sound is this Marshall JMP1. I get all my tones are all coming from here, and I used to only have maybe like about 14 or 15 different patches in there, and I've expanded well more into the 20, 30 because now I'm on a little more intense with my presets to all our songs. I never really used any heads, an actual amp head, because they're just at best a few channels and channel switching and stuff like that, and I got all the many presets I can use in there. Well, up to 99 anyway, that is. I use this Rocktron unit here for all my effects on White Pony. The different effects I use on there, I get out of that Rocktron right there. I use my chorus and my delays, I'm getting all from the 2290, a legendary unit, far beyond my skill level, but look at it, look at all those lights, it's spectacular. I have the Bob Bradshaw's custom audio electronic switching system and stuff like that. So I have all these pedals that are in here. They all got their own loops, so they're all independent of each other, and I can use them all at once if I want. These power amps, I'm running this top head right here. I'm running to 2 Marshall 412s in the ISO cabinets, and that's the core sound really. And this one I'm running my stage cabinets, and this will have the 2 Marshalls plus the subs I'm using. My stage cabs are different than the cabs I have in the ISO boxes. I have in the ISO boxes my Marshalls have 80-watt selections, but these ones here, on stage, these are stock 412s, and they got the 75-watt selections. I forgot what they call this. Here's my pedal board. This is controlling the rack. Everything that we went over there, like all the different pedals, I've got all on their own loops right here. I used to have just this part of the board, so I only had 4 presets, but I added the extension. That gave me 2 extra presets down here, so now I got 6 total per bank. I lost some banks on the trade-in going with that, but that's all right. I get a little more action down here instead of constantly hitting the banks up and down. But that's pretty much it for all this. Check out my guitars. This is what we refer to as my A system. I believe could be my B system, but I think it's my A. But I have 2 identical setups, and so I have a whole nother set of guitars with my other setup as well, because for obvious, for traveling reasons, it's just way too much to take all this stuff constantly. I've got 2 of each tuning for obvious reasons. A break a string, I got the backup. Here's one of my guitars that was definitely an original for me. This guitar I tuned to a standard E tuning right here. I have this one, and I have like a purple, pink, black, and white camouflage one that also is in the same tuning. I got the 2 E strings. We did a lot of shows with Limp Bizkit back in the day, and Wes has, that's where I first, heard of anyone doing that, and he had them set up with two high E strings. And I was like, really? I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That way, he still keeps the feel, the tuning that he was, from the 6 string, but the feel of the 7, because, so he did the same thing. When we did the Around the Fur record, we dropped our tuning down a half step, and then I detuned down to C sharp. And that's what these tunings would be for. These ones and this one are both in C sharp. The first record is the E tuning, and the second record I went down to C sharp. White Pony, we switched down. The same setup here as these ones as well. And these 2 right here, I got the Telly and the charcoal one. This one's the same as these, just the color's different, setup's the same. Like I said, we went down a half step from Adrenaline to Around the Fur. From Around the Fur to White Pony, went down another half step, and these are in C. So when we did our last record, Saturday Night Wrist, same deal as always. I've been doing all these different tunings, right? I was like, oh well, I got a little trend happening. I'm gonna roll with it, have fun. These are the same tunings as these, except for I took the G sharp string and I drop tuned it down to F sharp, and that's what these are. Tony Stewart, NASCAR fans, you all know who he is. He rules. My Dorothy, like her little shiny little slippers. So gay, but so It's so hot. Look at that thing, man. Gorgeous. You see those things good? And then for our new record that's coming out, Heroes, I have this 8-string, and I'm a big fan of Meshuggah. A lot of people know. I've talked about it many times. And they switched to 8 strings, and I was like, damn, is that for real, you know? Anyway, I had to have it. But I mean, it's very basic. I mean, I try to tell my friends, you know, they see it, or people that see it, and they're like, man, it looks complicated. But it really isn't, you know, it's just a bunch of little pedals, a preamp getting all my sound, and a bunch of dope-ass guitars.